Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Nerds and Nitwits, episode 6. We're glad that you could join us. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Put your flyers away. Welcome in, welcome in. If you've never met us before, or you want to re-meet us, my nickname is Groot, aka Joel. Beside me over that way is Noggin, aka Anthony. Below me is Prime Judge, aka Michael. And over that direction is the Dwarf, aka Cam. Yeah, welcome in. We're glad you could join us.
Hooray. This is exciting.
I know, right? Guten Tag.
You bet.
Thank you, Mr. Pundit.
Mr.
I
Pundit.
appreciate it.
Oh, yes. As I put in the chat earlier, the only thing we do ask is don't do any of the channel redemptions because it will screw with the stream a little bit, and none of us are going to do them tonight anyways. So don't do them. There'll be time for that later. But feel free to use the newly uploaded emotes that are mostly just placeholders at the moment. But let's kick this off. So, first, real quick, 5 minutes, give or take. Brave New World, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's a yay.
Yep.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't had a chance to see it, I'd go see it. I'd go see it in theaters, man.
It's true. It's true.
It was a good breath of fresh air. And I came in as like the guy who was concerned about it. I came in with a bit of a negative view, but it seemed to be. It was exciting. Without any spoilers, hands up if you enjoyed the villain.
Definitely.
Heck yeah.
Cam, you were the worst, and I'm glad to know that didn't work. So thank you. I need to fix that later.
I'm solving problems left and right. That's
funny.
all I'm trying to do.
I have to fix that. That is supposed to trigger like an actual clip of me, and I'm glad to know that didn't work. So.
Yeah.
Hey, another follower. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Look at that.
Really exciting.
Yeah, for those of you guys who, we all had the chance to see it now. We're probably going to do a movie review of it properly, but we're going to wait a little bit. We want it to at least have a month or so that you guys have the opportunity to see it, because we understand that not everybody's going to see every movie that comes out.
What?
But at least for those who want to go see it, they can, and then you guys can join in on the review with us.
Exactly.
But yeah, do you know what? Go see it. It was fun.
All I will say is it felt like a breath of fresh air compared to recent MCU movies.
Yes.
Hey, isn't that the wording I told Joel the other day?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Straight up, and I'm
I
pretty
said the
sure I
same
also
thing.
used it earlier. I think I used it
Yeah.
to open it up. I think we're all on the same
I think,
page.
yeah, we're definitely
So
all there.
If you're wondering, like, what are our true views on it? What are some things we liked and didn't like? We're saving that for a different episode.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Totally.
But do you know what? Out of 10, show of fingers, how does this sit for, like, a superhero movie? Out of 10 for a superhero movie, where are we thinking?
Thinking like 8, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're all in the same ballpark then. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Man, the
Yeah.
Nitwits are just on it today, man.
Heyo.
Let's go.
Well, speaking of being on it,
Oh boy.
it's time to go gloves off, boys. Round
I'm
one.
practicing. I
Which
punched 3 pieces of meat.
real quick, chat. Do you want to hear us argue about comic book villains first, movie monsters first, or what was the other one? Best video game weapon.
Best video game, yeah.
Real quick. Oh, ad breaks. No. Snooze.
Yeah, we don't want to do ad breaks because we want you guys to be able to to
Yeah.
watch it and not have to interrupt it.
I love it.
But first, before we even jump in, we're going to talk a little bit about how this is working, because this is in a way a competition, as much as it's just us hanging out. We have the rules set up for it, and the rules are, first off, as any good D&D players are, we're going to roll initiative. So we all got D20s of some sort. We're going to give those a roll. Whoever gets the highest roll gets initiative.
We're working on an honor
They
system
get to
here.
go first. If one of us gets the lowest roll, we have a fifth argument, and it is the moron debate or the nitwit debate, and it is a horrible argument. We will reveal them before we roll initiative, but whoever gets the lowest roll has to argue for that. So everything we prepped throughout the week is gone. Then we're each going to get 1 minute to do our opening statement, and that is essentially saying what we're arguing, what our point is. Then there's going to be 8 to 10 minutes of a debate, and whoever lost initiative and had to argue for the nitwit debate, they're going to get the last words. So they're going to get the last minute to talk about what their argument is for their thing. Now, this is where the points come in, and we actually need you guys, the audience, to help us out. You guys are going to decide who wins. Also, whoever, if someone, so there's 1 point for victory. So you guys are going to vote. Whoever wins that argument, they get 1 point. If they argued the nitwit debate, they get 2 points.
Oh,
So if you argue the nitwit debate and you win, you get 2 points. Also, though, because there's 4 of us, and you can get some team-ups going on, if you choose to forego your debate, if you sit there and you go, you know what, I don't think I'm winning this, you can jump ship, and you can join somebody else's topic. So you could join in on the nitwit debate. And if you win, if you do this, so first off, you will receive half a point if the argument you join wins, but you will have disadvantage on the next initiative roll.
Sounds
So,
easy enough.
yeah. I don't think any of us are jumping ship on our arguments, but that's what's happening.
I might. You never know.
I've already forgotten the rules.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
be fine.
So, if the chat hasn't opened up which topic they want us to debate, what were they again, Joel?
So we have the greatest or the best video game weapon, the best comic book villain, and then the best use of a monster in a movie.
Nice. So,
You
chat,
guys have 30
you guys-
seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds to tell us what you want.
Mr. Pundit, tell us what to do.
Anybody, save us.
Well, now, I see how it is. Yes, thank you, Lord Potato.
The best
All right.
use of a monster
Potato has
in a
spoken.
movie.
And
yes.
Pundit, there we go.
Before we roll, what is the nitwit argument here?
The nitwit argument is what we had teased last week. Whoever gets the nitwit argument has to argue that the vampires in Twilight is the greatest use of a movie monster. It makes me want to barf.
I really,
But-
really hope that's not me.
Here we go. Me too. I think this is the one I'm the most excited for. You know
Okay.
what? The if I were to get the nitwit debate on the video game weapons, I'm okay with that. But this one
Fair
for
enough.
sure. So
Roll for initiative.
shall we roll initiative?
Oh boy!
Ooh.
Aw, shoot.
I got 18. Did Michael go nat 1?
No, I didn't. I
All
have
right.
a 12.
I got a nat one.
Oh! Dwarf gets our nitwit debate.
Oh, that's
So what did you get, Anthony?
I got a 14.
Okay, so I guess I'm going first. I will set a timer on my phone for 1 minute per person. I will also hold it up here so people can actually see it is 1 minute. I need to... Ads are snoozed. Good. Keep it that way.
Who
Needed
Who am I arguing for again? Sorry.
You are arguing
Cameron. Sorry, I'll let Joel go.
Yeah, you are arguing that the Twilight vampires are the best use of a monster type.
I've watched
archetype.
those movies like 12 times.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
good.
Okay, so here we go. I will hold up my little timer so that you guys can all see. It's exactly 1 minute. My argument, though, peak. I really got into these movies recently. Started rewatching them like chronological order, beginning. Haven't finished them yet. Are the xenomorphs from Alien? And I will argue that those things are the best use ever because they are creepy, they are stealthy in a way, and they will scare the pants off of anybody and destroy everything in their path. Starting from like the Prometheus versions right up until the most recent movies. Those things I would never want to run into. And I just don't think, like, I know really takes care of them and all that, but I don't think that they can be topped. Even in Alien versus Predator, I still think overall they win, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it. I'm less than a minute, so.
I'll take your 11 seconds.
Oh, no.
It's only 8. It's only 8.
That doesn't work here, bro.
Okay.
Who's
let's
next?
hit the It's Anthony's turn.
All right,
Okay.
go.
Okay. I chose the creatures from the movie Pitch Black, early 2000 movie with Vin Diesel in it. They're the bioraptors. So you land on this planet, and the bioraptors only come out at night, and they cannot see at all. They see through voice echolocation, and it is truly terrifying. They rip and tear people apart, and they did a really good part of in the movie of what it looks like to them, and it is very, very well done. They are absolutely terrifying. The one way to get around them and get off the planet is the fact that Riddick, the main character, can see in the dark due to medical means. So he can actually see them and uses the light so that he can actually get around them and save them. Otherwise, everybody's hooped. There is no way to get past them. And
You're cut off. You're cut off. You're cut off. Shut up. Your time is done. All
I
right,
couldn't hear it, so.
Michael,
Okay.
ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
So, in 1982, John Carpenter released a movie called The Thing. And The Thing is about an alien that is found in Antarctica by a research team who has all different skills. And the reason I've picked this one is not only is it maybe my favorite movie all time, but The Thing, the debate is, what is the best use of a monster? And what this monster represents is paranoia in the purest form. You could not have anything else be this, because the Thing is anything. It's a shapeshifter. You don't know who the enemy is. You don't know who your friends are. You don't even know if you're the Thing, if you're infected by it, because it can take on any biomass. It can be anything it needs, and its weaknesses are few and far between. And you have to be able to source out who a thing is and who isn't, while being able to maintain your sanity as you are faced with the paranoia that is the Thing.
Time's up. Hey, you like timed that perfectly. I feel like he's practiced this, and I feel like we're in trouble.
No, I practiced the minute thing because I made the rule and went, oh crap.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Cam, you ready?
Oh, baby.
All right, 3, 2, go.
Okay. The vampires in Twilight, right? Hear me out. They have perfect physical forms and perfect scent to attract their prey, as in humans, to them. They are literally the perfect vampires. They're also crystallized. They just shiny because it's cool. Like, instead of dying from the sun, it's just because they're shiny. Hear me out. Big brain, huge brain. I'm running out of arguments for these things. Okay, now, they drink blood like regular vampires. They're super strong like regular vampires. They're pale.
I turned those off.
I got 10 seconds left. I'm just gonna call it.
Okay. This is where we're gonna set a timer for 8 minutes. We got 8 minutes, or 7 minutes, and at the 7 minute mark, Cameron, you get the closing words.
Also, I apologize ahead of time if an ad break does pop up. I swear I turned them off, but they are starting to trigger anyways. But I'm really hoping they just don't. So.
Oh boy.
Okay, so hear me out. The vampires in Twilight could totally figure out what the thing was, because they would be able to smell if it was a human or not.
That's not the argument. The argument is the best use of a monster
I
in a
know,
movie. And
but I
you
gotta
know
get
what yours is,
something.
Cameron? Yours is Harry Potter fan fiction.
Oof.
That's what it is. And they picked vampires because they needed something that could be accidentally sexy and a hippie.
Fan fiction that made millions of dollars.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does, because obviously
You-
it worked.
But
It
if you
must
were to
have been
take a
good use of a
vampire
monster.
and you're like, you know what we could do? What if we took Twilight, but we just made it with a coven of witches? Same movie.
Okay.
It's the same
Xenomorphs.
movie. The
Xenomorphs, though. No.
The
Xenomorphs.
thing.
Xenomorphs take over everybody. They come in contact with Bella. They come in contact with Edward. Any of them, done. They come in contact with. I would love to. Actually, I'd be terrified to see a Xenomorph Bioraptor. That's for sure. But
But again, it's best use of a monster.
I'm just saying.
And the Alien is great. That was actually
Alien's
that was my
fantastic.
third pick. There was one other one that I thought about. But the one thing I have to say with Aliens is that yeah, it's great, but it's only great in space. It only really works in one environment because of their color.
Not
If you throw
necessarily because
aliens
no,
in
no.
a bright area, you can't see them, and they lose the mystique. That's what freaks you out, is the fact that they look like.
Alien versus Predator. The
Everything.
first Alien versus Predator movie was not in space. It was on Earth, and it
Yeah.
still worked.
But it's all
Yeah.
in the dark. Like that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Is it's a
Nighttime
dark temple. It
exists
has.
on
They
every
have to
planet.
play to the environment.
Prometheus is not in the dark, and it still worked. Because those ones,
True.
the prototype xenomorphs are all starkly white, and it still works. They're still terrifying. They're still grotesque. It still works.
Vampires, in almost every other version, die when they go in the sun. The vampires in Twilight just get outed as vampires. They can just kill the people.
But
So
they
really,
don't.
they're the
Yeah,
perfect
but they don't.
form
That's
of
the thing.
vampire. No, only some of them don't. The protagonists.
Just
The
saying.
one thing, like,
Antagonists eat people.
if you're gonna start doing aliens, there's three of us who picked alien species. Like, you could have a different designed alien in Alien, and it'd still be cool because that was actually like the last one where they realized when they made the movie, they're like, crap, we don't have a big enough budget to redo this again, so I guess we're stuck with it. Whereas like the thing is anything and everything, and that's part of the fear of it.
And nothing.
Oh no, it's more than nothing. It is terrifying. And I do have an argument for Anthony's. I concocted a theory.
Oh.
We got 5 minutes left.
This theory is the giant pink bunny theory. If in a movie you have a monster that can be subbed out with a giant pink bunny and it doesn't change the story and it doesn't change the theme, then the monster isn't that good. Like in Pacific Rim, example, you take those monsters out and they're just giant pink bunnies. Robots fight giant pink bunnies. Humanity tries to save themselves. Nothing really changes. In yours, if you turned it to giant pink bunnies, the whole thing is that they just can't be seen in the dark. So then Vin Diesel can see the giant pink bunnies and fight it off. It actually doesn't change the story that much.
Yeah, but that's where you're
What?
wrong because they fly. The Bioraptors, they fly. They have a massive stinger that takes out people from the air. And there's the entirety of the fact that they get so hungry because they have destroyed their planet the entire time that they eat each other during the solar eclipse. They have an entire solar eclipse that only shows up every 22 years because they have 3 suns around the planet.
You're
And
right.
there's
I
nothing
think
that
you're
lives
right.
on that planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you substitute them for pink bunnies, well, first of all, they can't fly anymore, so that changes a lot of things. Second of all, they have eyes, so that changes things because the Bioraptors do not have eyes.
Let's
They
make
don't
them
have
blind
sting-
pink bunnies then.
Shut up.
With wings.
Just shut up.
Hey.
Making
Out
a
of
really
here.
good
I don't care.
Keep it civil.
would
Keep
the
it civil.
thing not change, Michael, if it was a big pig bunny?
Because the thing, no, how would it not change? It would change the whole story because then they just find a giant pink bunny in the ice, and the whole thing isn't about paranoia. It's the whole thing. The creature itself is a symbol for paranoia during the Cold War and for paranoia now. That's why it had a big resurgence during COVID because the whole thing was you couldn't tell if anybody was infected with there was paranoia around that. The creature is that, and then they run the math of it, and they're like, oh man, if this reaches mainstream population. The world ends 5 days. 5 days, it's done. The whole world ends. Xenomorphs have gotten to Earth, and you know what happened? Earth lived.
It would seem.
That's
Cam's video
and so
is
that's
frozen.
where the thing I think, like I could not actually like come up with any other like another creature that was a better use of a monster than what that is to that movie.
Because it's
vampires.
it is just going off the basis of the real world then, just paranoia. Whereas all the other creatures that we picked are physical creatures that have a menacing...
No, mine's still physical and menacing. It's a dog with 3 heads. It's your best friend, but his cavity splits open, turns into jaws, and starts eating you while you're trying to perform CPR on him to save him. It's you realizing, crap, they're doing a blood test to figure out if I'm the thing, and you didn't know until the blood jumped off, and then your brain numbs because you realize you're gone. Your whole personal thing is gone. That's like, it's still terrifying because what it is, we don't know. We don't know exactly what it is, but we know that it holds the memory, the physical abilities, and the physical appearance of every creature it's ever come into contact with.
The Twilight vampires, though, they are immortal, which means they can plan forever.
Also,
So is the thing.
How do
Because
you
the whole
say
thing is
that?
frozen.
Yeah, but
Okay.
my voice isn't.
No, it's true.
The whole thing with the thing is that the only way that they can try to get rid of it is to hopefully freeze it in the ice and have nobody else find it, because if they do, humanity's screwed.
So we save production money by having this ethereal thing that only shows up
It's not
every now and
ethereal.
then.
It's very physical.
And we just leave the production budget out of it because it's the 80s and we need to save money. So we
Dude,
just
it
have
has
this
the
thing
most
that's
insane. The guy who made it actually got submitted to the hospital because he burnt himself out trying to work on it because it's some of the greatest use of practical effects. But
Wonder
that's
is
not
making
talking
my
about what the
points
thing
for
is,
me.
the monsters to the movie. That's talking about the movie itself.
I'm just
That's
saying.
the thing. The thing
Haha, get it?
isn't the best use because most of your argument is based off of fear and paranoia, which isn't actually the thing for the most part.
No, it's what the
just
thing
the-
summarizes because that's what that's if we're arguing what the monster is to the movie, best use of a monster. What does the monster mean? What does it symbolize? What does it mean to the story? That's where that comes into effect.
I still think. I mean, I guess, but if we're going overall, like creature design, creature usage, creature if we're going by like the fear factor, especially and all that stuff, I still think the xenomorph wins. Xenomorphs have great designs.
Let me send you a picture then.
And our time is up for this subject. Cam, what is your closing argument for the nitwit?
Okay. Immortal vampires, shiny like a diamond.
Okay, good closing
I got.
statement.
I'm so exhausted. I got beans for brains right now.
That is fair. The overall topic is, or like for this particular argument, was the best use of a monster in a movie. Yeah, it's.
You know what's
Lord-
wild?
Lord
I went to
Potato
go get
Chip.
pictures of the thing, and most of them are actually blotted out, and you have to check the box that you're willing to see this
Yeah.
because of how gnarly and gory it is.
So this is where the chat now gets to decide who they think won the argument for best use of a monster in a movie.
I'm calling it. There's some Twilight fans in this chat.
I'm sure there are, and if they aren't, their wives certainly are.
There's a good chance of that.
Oh, bye, Cam.
Do-do-do-do-do.
He's loading. He's trying.
Do-do-do-do-do.
While they are currently discussing in chat who they think won, Oh my gosh, that is grotesque.
Yeah, you should watch. It is. It's an. I don't like horror movies, but this one is just insane.
Hold on, let me see if I can pick up some of these right quick. Yeah.
Don't let. You should post it after the after they make their decision, because I don't want these images to. These are all after the fact.
Yeah. Oh, and we lost Cam for a moment.
Going. You disappeared.
I mean, okay.
Oh.
Do we do the funny? Yeah. Well, they're discussing that.
Vote who you think.
Well, they're discussing that in the chat. What do we want to do next? Do we want to do video game weapons, or do we want to do comic book villains? Do we let Cam decide since he was...
I think Cameron gets to pick.
Okay. What do we got in chat? Hard to argue against a thing that represents the idea of fear itself. There's no teams, Brendan. We are all arguing each other, but there are no teams. And then you guys are just deciding who... Cam? Are you good? Can you speak anymore?
Oof.
Apparently we've lost Cam.
Miss you.
Apparently we've lost Cam. We've lost our dwarf.
This is true.
Toss me.
Toss me.
Toss
So,
me. Don't tell the elf.
Mr. Pundit has a ranking order of Prime, Noggin, Groot, and then Dwarf. Lord Potato says my vote goes to Michael. And Dwarf says he's going to argue in chat till it works. Dwarf, since you got the lowest roll, what topic do you want to do next?
Oh.
Do you know what? While he's collecting, I think it looks like it's me, unless people are gonna vote in, then you should throw in those pictures, just because they're so gnarly.
It's
They're
hard for me
super
to...
metal.
Oh, well, kind of. It kind of works. There's a lot going on right now, but there you go. There are your lovely images. But anyways, back to that. We have lost Cam temporarily. Hopefully we get him back. He says he wants to do comic book villains. So, what is the crap argument or the nitwit argument for comic book villains?
Anthony, you want to introduce this bad boy?
Mr. Condiment Man.
No, it's Condiment King. Come on now. It's a Batman villain. Well, boys, roll for initiative.
I really hope I don't get this one, because I didn't look up who Condiment King was.
I might get this one.
Let's go.
Anthony?
19.
Ooh, Michael?
I got a 7.
Cam is restarting, so he'll come back later. I got an 11, so... Mr. Michael.
No. This is,
Mr.
guys,
Michael.
this sucks. You know why? We have a spreadsheet, and I put my arguments in first, and I picked the Joker, man. So nobody can... I had the Joker.
That is unfortunate.
Okay. That is so sad. Heath Ledger, I'm sorry.
Fair.
That is
Sucks.
unfortunate.
Interesting.
Michael?
Yeah?
I'm going to take this one from you because I want to hear your argument on this. So I will take the nitwit argument on this one. Mostly because I have the Wikipedia page open.
I do too. I'm going through it right now. I'm like, if I go last, I think I'll be good. I think I can figure out an argument.
All right.
Actually, I got
up
one.
to you.
Cam
Up
rolled
to
an
you right
8,
now.
So...
I got a 7, so it's still me.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I think I might be able to do this.
All right. When in doubt, this is the other thing. If people want to, and we have the time, at the end of everything, hey, he's back on his phone. And it works. If people want to, and we want to put in a little bit extra time at the end, we can give the arguments that we should have gave earlier as well. But
Brendan, you're asking about the dice roll. That's initiative. So we're rolling for initiative just like you would in D&D before we go in for our arguments. So the initiative tells us who gets to go first, and whoever rolls the lowest has to argue the nitwit argument, which is just a crappy argument.
Anthony, you rolled highest, so you get to give your statement first. You ready?
Hooray, go.
Go!
Okay, I picked Ultron. It was pretty simple to me. If you've seen the What If series, that brings out a very, very good reason. He is extremely strong. The movies do not do him justice. It's called the Age of Ultron in the comics for a reason. It is an entire age that he just absolutely destroys. He's insanely powerful. He gets into all electronics. He starts to mess up the world with that. When he gets the Infinity Stones and he gets the body that Vision ends up having, he is insanely strong to the point that he starts to break reality in so many ways, and he raises up his own army that is almost impossible to keep up with. He is by far absolutely insane. Best comic book villain, hands down.
All right, time's up. I guess I went the next highest, so I guess. So, and then it goes Cam.
What did you roll, Joel?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
You saw
So
my
it goes me, and then it goes Cam, and then Michael. I went with Magneto. I love Magneto in general. He is one of my favorite villains. I'm not gonna give it away entirely in my little intro, but there is a reason why he works so well as a villain. Overall, he's down to earth. He's powerful. He knows what he is. He knows what he's about. He knows what he wants for his people. Also, Lord McKellen, yeah, basically. Ian McKellen as Magneto, prime, just fantastic. Overall, again, I'm not going to take very long in my intro because my actual argument speaks for itself, but I just love Magneto. He is, made his own helmet to counteract Charles. It's just, everything about it is great. Cam?
You'll have to tell me when my time's running out because I can't actually see you.
That's okay. I will tell you when you got 10 to 5 seconds left. Ready?
Perfect. Okay, I'm ready.
Go.
Okay, I picked the Reverse Flash or Professor Zoom, depending on which comic you read or which movie or show you watch. He is the Flash's arch nemesis. He's one of the fastest speedsters in the DC universe. He's considered a genius by 25th century standards. Dude has the most passionate hatred for the Flash that you will ever see in a villain, and he is willing to die just to wreck the Flash's life. Dude has deep understanding of time travel and how to use speed for it, and he just uses that to go back in time and mess with the Flash's childhood just because he hates him. So, dude just has this hatred and uses his powers to make life as terrible as possible for the Flash.
10 seconds.
And beans. Anyways, yeah, basically, dude is just sick. He's like the Flash, but evil.
All right. Brendan, we all decided the nitwit arguments ahead of time. We did them a day or so ago, and then none of us prepared for them for this. All right, Michael, you ready?
Heck freaking yeah.
3, 2, 1.
So, what do you need out of a villain? You need a villain who not only can come in and out of a story and still mold well with what's going on. You also need a villain who's able to pull their weight. Somebody who represents what the story is to them. And you know what that is? Do you know why Condiment King is one of the best villains in the comic books? Because it's somebody who, was originally a normal guy who just sat there and went, I think I could cause trouble. He's not some super crazy dude. He is somebody who's just the reverse of Batman. He's a foil. He takes power into his own hands just like Bruce Wayne does, and he goes out for his own goals. That's somebody that we can root for. That's the everyday American. That's the American dream in its own twisted way to reverse Batman. Number 2, he's also a villain who, when he's put away, that gives us, we feel good. He's in there so that Robin can take him down and feel like he has a chance, and he's the man, and he makes a difference instead of just being a snivelly kid.
Time's up. This is my favorite part, though. Condiment King created as a joke for the Batman animated series.
Originally, yes, but did you know that he is the second villain to appear in the Batman New Earth comics? That is actually Batman Year One. That is what is used to base the new Batman series off of. Condiment King is in that world. Condiment King is also a villain who doesn't do enough to necessarily get arrested, so Batman can't take the time to put him away because, there's bigger fish to fry. So he gets away with it. He plays the system, man. All of your guys are the center of attention. Your guys, they're all big doing things, and when they're taken down, it's a big, huge party. Nobody remembers the Condiment King.
Good, and it should stay that way.
Nobody wants to.
This
Guess
is the thing.
what?
Okay,
He's still out there doing evil. That's the goal.
Right. Here's the thing. The reason why Magneto is such a good villain is because you almost want to be on his side. You understand where he's coming from. You understand the fact that he had his family torn away from him during the World War, and that his family were all Jewish and literally got ripped from him. And you understand his pain. You understand his reasoning and why he hates humanity so much. That is not, and like he is such a villain that you just want to be able to get behind. He starts talking, and you sit there and you go,
Dude, do I really want to
sense.
agree with somebody who wants genocide?
I'm just saying.
He
He knows what he wants. He knows what
And
he
it's
wants for his
genocide.
people.
And it's
Not
genocide.
not always. He does
You
not
wanna-
always.
you wanna-
He
you
does
wanna
not
cheer for
always want
genocide.
genocide.
It's true.
He
Magneto
does not
wanna
always
cheer
want
for
genocide.
Almost
No, but he's a
every
selfish prick. At
story-
least my guy is a self-made man.
Almost every story with Magneto in it ends with Magneto finding an island or something for the mutants to live on and
Exactly.
peacefully leaving humans alone.
Yeah, because the X-Men sit there and go, you know what? If you don't, we're gonna have to kill you.
Nah.
But because
Except
he's
for they
really
never
the only
do.
good villain
They
in the
never-
X-Men, they can't afford to.
They
in the
never. They
comics.
put him in a plastic prison, and that's it. Try not to laugh at that. But seriously, like, it's
The
just
only reason he's also really good, I guess, in the way is because he's a foil to the main hero. Oh wait, he's not. Because who's the main hero in the X-Men? They're not
Any
cool
of
enough to
them,
have a main hero.
Cyclops,
Batman is.
X-Men.
Batman is the main hero.
X-Men,
Condiment King,
Wolverine,
perfect
like
foil.
or Charles, any of them. But like,
Condiment King can barely do a single thing.
Actually, he can, because he not only succeeded in a string of bank robberies, but he also was a way to make the show, the animated series, seem a little less scary because they threatened to take it off the air.
Lord
So he
Potato
saved
gets it.
the Batman
Lord
animated
Potato
series.
gets it.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you want blood, murder, and mischief, Ultron's your guy. He looked at the human race and saw that they are absolutely done. Like, there is no redemption. He was created, and he looked through everything, and everybody was not worth it.
5 minutes left.
So he was
If
going
we-
to absolutely wipe out the planet, and he has the means to do it. He has a genius level artificial intelligence. He knows all the things.
And-
Like, he
and
just
yet-
knows. And anything in recorded history, he knows that.
Magneto versus
He was created
Ultron.
by
Magneto
accident.
wins.
If we're gonna talk
That's
blood,
as long as
murder,
he doesn't
and
have the
mischief,
Infinity Stones. If I've got the Infinity Stones, like, Ultron's got this down. Like,
Oh,
he
that's
can just
anybody,
wipe them
though.
out.
That's
Anybody
Condiment
with the
King.
Infinity
Ultron,
Stones.
and
Infinity Stones?
Ultron can get it
You guys
a
are
lot
screwed
easier
because
with
nobody's
his
gonna care about
vibranium
him.
and his adamantium body. He
Okay.
is absolutely...
Where's Flash
Okay, but here's the
creates
thing.
an entire timeline where the world gets destroyed just because he hates the Flash.
See, he's just petty.
Yeah, he's just petty.
Yeah, but
He's just petty.
you want to talk about blood, murder, and mischief? That's your man.
Also, your argument with the Infinity Stones, Anthony, stuck in an adamantium body, again, Magneto just goes yoink.
Yeah, but also
true.
he's just fueled by rage and anger. He's just pissed off about his past. All Ultron wants is a perfect world.
Yeah,
He's
but
got
he
a
has
goal in
flawed
mind, and
idea.
that's besides the point. He wants a perfect world. There's no rage. There's no anger. He's just like, this is screwed up. We need
So
to
he's
make
an
this
AI
better.
Thanos.
Magneto also doesn't always run on anger. He relies on his own logic of things too, and he does actually care about the mutants under his ruling.
Yeah,
when
he
becomes
only cares under the people who are under the same race
Yeah,
as
but
him. Genocide.
Yeah.
Ultron wants to wipe the
Yeah.
slate clean.
Ultron just
talk
wants to
about
wipe
the
out
best-
everybody.
If you could
Exactly.
pick
Make
one
us-
of our villains
that is a
to be
huge
brought into the
thing.
real world, who would you want it to be? If you had to pick one of these superhero villains to be brought into the real world from a comic book, and you had to live in a world with them, who do you want it to be?
That's
I want
not
it to be
the argument.
Condiment
That
King.
is not the argument,
We're
sir.
talking about the best.
We're talking about
the best comic book villain. The best
Nuh-uh.
comic book villain.
Get outta here.
You
Get
wouldn't
outta
have to
here.
jump off the page.
you.
2.5
I'm
minutes.
just saying, the best comic book villain should be one we want with us, because then we can
Ultron-
see
No.
it.
We already have comic book villains that are already with us. It's called Florida Man.
Comic book villain would be one you don't
Yeah.
want in your world because you don't want to die. Unless you
Yeah.
do, Michael. I don't know what you want, but I'm
Hey,
pretty
man.
sure.
The other thing I just wanted to say is it is comic books, right? And something that comic books do really well is have catchphrases. Any of yours say, "Hey, Batman, are you gonna catch up in time?" Batman, can you muster the courage? Yo, Batman,
Wow.
I relish the fact you can't
Oh.
stop me.
No, mine
right.
just sits there and goes,
No.
"Fear Magneto!"
I'm sorry.
I'm down for this Condiment King argument. I can't
If you
deny
want to
that.
talk about villains coming into the real world, there's only one that
Minute
I
and
would
a
be
half.
afraid of in my current life. Right here, where I live, there's only one that I would actually fear for my life. And
Elon
that
Musk.
would be Ultron. Because I would actually probably die from Ultron. Magneto would not have any reason to be up here to deal with me.
You're a mutant?
Professor Zoom would not have anything to do with me because he's got dealing with the city.
Yeah, but Professor
Condiment
Zoom
King
will
is
just
not a
reverse
problem.
the polarity of the Earth by accident because he gets mad. So you're dead.
Dude,
Ultron
1 minute
is
left.
guaranteed to kill every single time.
Professor
every
Zoom
single
will
time.
just run around creating a sonic boom just to destroy stuff because he's mad.
At one person! Ultron wants to just
Yeah.
wipe everyone. You want to talk about a good villain? He pushes the narrative of like everybody.
But the thing
like
is,
he hates everyone, and everyone wants to take him out.
in
And in working together, they can't do that half the time. It's the age of Ultron. If everybody had an issue with Professor
30
Zoom,
seconds.
eventually you will have everybody taking care of him, and he would be dealt with. Same with
Reverse
Magneto.
Flash.
Ultron,
is such a good villain because he loved the Flash originally. He idolized him in the 25th century until he got his powers and discovered that he was destined to become the Flash's arch nemesis, which is what drove him mad. If that's not a good villain origin story, I don't know what that
I'm
word I
just
just said
saying.
was. I don't
Magneto
know what
saw
it is.
Magneto saw people in power abusing their power, and he decided to fight against it. That's our time. Michael, what is your closing argument for the Condiment King?
What I understood from this is Magneto's actually a hero because he watched oppression happen and he did something about it. So he's not a villain. Therefore, disqualified. Number two, we have Ultron. You know what Ultron is? Big old robot doll. That's something that's too close to home. That really doesn't do anything. Here in North America, what do we value? The underdog. Who's somebody that we can sit there and go, you know what? I saw that guy in the news. He's a little weird. I can respect him, but at the same time, weird. Dude who walks around with mustard in his pants, weird, crazy, little scary. And he's been in so many different comics, and he's actually hinted at in so many different forms. The Condiment King is truly the best comic book villain because of the way he finishes his sentences, the way that he has his comebacks, and ultimately the way that he delivers in the little things. He's not about the big thing. He's about making the little things harder, and he succeeds every time.
All right, time's up. All right, chat, you've heard the arguments. You've heard the three.
Genocide.
You've heard the three thought out arguments. and you've heard the thrown together last minute stack of condiments on a burger. But you guys, yeah, genocide,
okay. I
genocide.
think we have a type of viewer for sure.
Oh, Laura Potato has been out for blood for days with Civ.
That's true.
That's so funny.
So I don't know. I'm thinking.
They're just making up their own villains at this point.
I don't know. I think.
While you guys are voting, the other thing we want to say is this idea actually my wife came up with it.
It's true.
And it's fun. It's not something we're going to do every week. This is not something that but if it's something we do maybe every 5 episodes or every once in a while, if you guys have topics that you want us to argue and debate, send them to us. And even better, send them to Chaotic Kingdom's Instagram. Throw
Heck
them
yeah.
right there in the Kingdom Instagram because that's where we want to get this stuff from.
That is not right. I have to change those links because
baby.
I forgot I updated my
God.
names. Heyo.
Don't click any of those.
Yeah. They might still lead you to where you
There's
should
a
go,
good
but
one,
don't touch them anyways.
There's a chance they might try to sell you babies.
That is a possibility too.
It's true. Mr. Pundit gets what I'm talking about.
Okay, guys.
Let me fix these real
So what
quick.
we need from you guys, we need you to say I vote and then the villain that you vote for because there's a lot of text in there. And technically Ultron also does big old can of genocide. So just say your vote, I vote for, and then throw in that villain.
There we go. Those are fixed now. Vote now. Vote while you can. Time is a brewing.
And then
Our
we're
final.
gonna get on to the last
Is
argument.
all the video frozen, or is it just for me?
Pardon?
Mr. Pundit says revote for Reverse Flash. That's 1 for Cam. That's
one for Ultron.
1 for Ultron.
Heyo. That's cool.
There's at least. That's
Magneto.
That's 2 for Magneto.
Ronan,
That's
are
2
you
for
voting for
Reverse
Magneto?
Flash.
Oh,
is your
baby.
genocide for Magneto there, Ronan?
Or
Yeah,
Ultron.
that sure sounds like genocide.
I think it is.
I think Magneto was definitely the genocide argument.
To be fair, Michael made that argument for me.
Ultron was like the end of the world.
Well, you were
argument.
trying to say that you're a villain. The reason he's a good villain is because you can side and agree with him.
I'm saying.
And so it's like, if that's your definition of a good villain,
It doesn't,
agree
he
with
doesn't go for
genocide.
genocide every time.
Reverse Flash, straight up villain. You can't see his side of things in a good way.
okay, I think that's
And with
3
Ultron.
votes for Magneto.
Anyways.
Gosh.
Final argument for the night is the best video game weapon.
So the way it stands, Joel has 1 point, I have 1 point, and we will see where it goes.
Dude, you guys can't beat me in this one.
This is the one where I really hope Cam gets.
Even
Again,
if I
but
lose,
we
I'm
shouldn't.
still right.
I will laugh.
So, to be clear, we are going to be arguing the best video game weapon. When this first happened, my wife and I were like, I was telling her about this, and we both sat there and paused and were like, Lego Star Wars lightsabers? Huh? And we both said it at the same time. It was pretty funny.
Yes.
But the nitwit argument is Mario Kart bananas. The banana peel, specifically. The Mario Kart banana peel is the nitwit argument.
All right. I guess we roll for initiative.
Yes, we do.
I'm so afraid right now. Ooh,
No!
What did you get, Michael?
I got a nat 1.
Michael, because you've already done one, I will take
okay
this
to
one.
do it again.
No. I
I'm
will
okay to
take
do it
this one
again.
from you. I will take this one from you. To be fair, my
Okay.
argument was the Kingdom Hearts Keyblade, but I'll take that one from you.
Dude, I think you should take it because
Oh no,
I'm okay
I
with
want-
bananas.
I-
Respect
You
the
guys
roll.
respect the roll. If we're
All
rolling,
right.
if we're turning over the dice rolls, then what are we doing?
all right. Who
I'm
rolled
surprised
highest
we
then?
got 2 nat 1s in day 1.
I got 19.
I rolled a 13.
I guess I'm going first again. I don't want to.
Ah.
All right. Best video game weapon, and this is one that is arguably my favorite. To be fair, I enjoy a lot of video game weapons, but the Keyblade in all of its various forms from Kingdom Hearts is hands down one of my favorites and one of the best weapons in all of video game history. It has so many different designs based on different worlds that it exists in, and each one of them is different and unique. Keyblades based on certain people all have their unique shape, unique design, unique abilities based on those people. And just overall, the amount of things they can do. For one, it's the ultimate skeleton key. It unlocks anything and everything. And I think that that is the best video game weapon. Some are going to argue it's not a weapon, but it is called a Keyblade for a reason. And that is that. I think.
Cam, what did you roll?
I rolled an 8 again.
Okay, so it's me.
Okay, Anthony. You ready?
Alright.
Go!
Alright, I picked the Needler from Halo. It is an amazing weapon. It is a beautiful weapon. Every time I play Halo, I will go for the Needler every single time. It is a beautiful thing. These little crystals that shoot out and they home at people and then they blow up afterwards. The amount of fear that you can give people when they see that you have a Needler against them. It's like, game going on here, and it blows up afterwards and you get stabbed. It's not like going through you, it is stabbing into you, and it is brutal. And I think it is an absolutely gruesome and disgusting weapon, and it is by far one of the best.
Okay. Cam?
Ink Mist.
You ready, Cam?
Oh, baby. You have no idea.
Go!
Okay, I picked the Halo Ray, also from Halo. Now, if anyone wants to argue with me on this, it can destroy all life in the entire galaxy. So it's a weapon, okay? It's literally a weapon of mass galactic destruction. There's 7 of them scattered throughout the galaxy, okay? They get destroyed. There's an arc hidden outside the galaxy that can create a new Halo ring, and then they can travel at faster than light speed to anywhere in the galaxy they need to be. They have an army of robots, basically, that protect the ring, that repair the ring, that will kill people who are trying to mess with it, that will activate it if anything dangerous comes to it. These are like the perfect weapon designed to destroy the perfect enemy. I don't know if I need to even say more. Like, they house an entire ecosystem on the ring. There's life, there's oceans, there's lakes, there's mountains. What are you supposed to do against
Time's
that?
up.
They have AI monitors that do stuff.
Hey, Michael, you ready?
Yeah, I went to go look for a banana, but I couldn't find one.
Go!
I'm ready when you are. Okay, guys, here's the deal. A weapon in a video game is essentially how important it is or how devastating it is to that video game. When we're talking about best weapons, we're talking about something that creates devastation, raw horror, raw panic. When you're playing the game, is it scary? Is it frustrating? Do you know what locks fear into me? When somebody drops that banana and my balloon pops. Also the fact that, think about it, in that world, red shells are lock-on missiles. That is a missile. That is a fired projectile that's clocking down on you, and you know what it can do? A banana peel can deflect it. You can hold on to it. Not only is it a shield, it's also an aggressive war anthem. And do you know what else it is? Caltrops. You can drop them all over the place. You can use them. It's something that can affect anybody. It is truly
Time's up.
devastating.
All right, 8 minutes on the timer. So here is my biggest argument against the Halo ring. You can't actually use it as the character in the Halo games. You do not use the Halo ring.
Yeah, but in Halo lore, you can.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
We all
Master
chose.
Chief
Wait.
literally ignites one in Halo 3, which explodes and kills a bunch of stuff anyways, even though it didn't technically function the way it should.
We all chose actual
And it's a
weapons that you
weapon.
can wield.
That was not the criteria. I will refuse your argument.
I'm not saying it's
Yours-
not a weapon.
Yours is more of a location than a weapon.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
they
not saying it's
kill
not necessarily a
each
weapon,
ring
but it's not something you physically use in the
Killed
game.
all life in a 25,000 light year radius. Do you know how many kilometers that is? That many. It's that many kilometers.
Yeah, but you don't get to see the eyes of the person that you kill with that. The Needler does that. Like, you get to see the fear in their eyes. When you wield up a Needler, if somebody's at a Halo ring, it's like, oh, cool, I'm on this planet so many light years away. I don't even know it goes off, and then all of a sudden you cease to exist. Where's the fun in that? That's lame. Come on.
You want to talk
Give me
about
some
something
fear.
that
Give me
brings
some
joy
fear.
and fun? Do you know what brings fear? Sitting on the couch with your buddy and watching as they drop that nanner and they run right into it. Few things are a better feeling than destroying somebody with the power of a nanner. Come on, guys.
But here's
Come
the thing.
No.
You shoot somebody, you kill somebody with a Needler, and that is satisfying. You kill somebody else with the explosion of their dead body later on. That's a 2-for-1 special.
That is
It
a
is
2-for-1 special.
absolutely glorious.
Keyblade,
And it
Keyblade
brings the
though,
fear.
amongst the arguably infinite unique designs of the Keyblades, they are the ultimate tool as well. Because like I said, they're the ultimate skeleton key. They open up chests, they open up doors, they open up new pathways, they open up everything. They open up your heart and dispel the darkness out of you. They open up your feelings,
pocket
man.
knife with feelings.
Ugh, gross.
That's
And you
so
look like
cool.
Keith.
A pocket
There
knife
ain't no.
with feelings.
I ain't scared
Just
of that.
saying. I'm not saying you have to be
Hey,
scared of it.
I've got
I'm not saying you have to be scared
I've
of
got
it.
enough counselor ads on my YouTube videos that I don't need a weapon that makes me feel more.
A single
Yeah,
Halo
no.
ring you could live on for your entire life and have all the food and water you need, and just go around the galaxy destroying anyone that gets in your way.
I don't
Yeah, but
weapon
you
that I
would
can
die.
live on.
If you
That's
set it off,
way
you
too-
die. Because the whole
Nope.
point of the Halo ring is
Everything on
that
the Halo
they
ring
go
can
off.
survive.
Yeah, which is why the Flood survived. So they actually didn't even do their purpose. They failed.
They're still a weapon of mass destruction.
they-
We're not
they-
talking about whether
They didn't
failed,
work. It's a
failed,
great
failed,
weapon
or
that didn't work. That's like
Yeah.
a lightsaber
did
that
work.
doesn't go off. Like, you know the lightsaber that is in the cutscene in the very first Phantom Menace?
Even
In the
with me.
Phantom Menace
They
Lego Star
did
Wars
work.
game, and he like hits it and it doesn't go off, and then it goes off later when there's no droids around. That's the Halo rings, man.
They did work is the problem, Michael.
No, they
Even-
didn't, because the
you're right.
Flood are alive. That's what they were designed to do. Kill everything else so the Flood couldn't eat. But the Flood
Tell
could eat.
me-
You know what a banana does? It does its job every
What
time.
was
It
Keyblade.
waits, and then it strikes.
All right. I have a feeling I'm losing this argument, so I'm going to jump on board with Michael here. Here's the other thing with bananas.
Ah,
The bananas
even-
and the banana peels.
Hey,
Ready?
that's a team
You
up.
ready for this? Biodegradable. They are good for the environment. They help your gardens grow. They disappear over time. You are not. Halo
Halo
rings are
does
the
that
ultimate biodegradable. I got it, but
Halo
that's not
rings
how this works.
Do not destroy. They only destroy anything with a nervous system, so it only destroys intelligent life, and
I
they're
don't know.
designed to recreate life on every
I'm pretty
planet.
sure
and
plants
replace it.
also feel things.
They don't have a nervous system,
I
so
don't
they
know
don't
about
get
that.
destroyed.
So
The
you're
Flood
telling me
can't
your
do that.
That's the
weapon
Halo
can't even
universe. It
destroy a
probably
vehicle,
does.
and mine can?
Dude,
Your weapon
why
can't destroy a vehicle, and mine can.
when
It'll
you can
send it right
destroy
off the
Mine
cliff.
can blow up
anything
all
Oh, it
sorts of
can.
things.
You hit a
Right.
banana peel.
Mine's biodegradable
And it-
too, because
you
I
hit-
can
you hit
just
a-
blow.
You hit a banana peel and you spin out of control and you crash and you were toasted. And like you're done. Like that's it. Or you
for
like
the
you
needler.
go off the cliff.
Dude, if the needler overheats, you're stuck. You burned your hand, and you gotta wait for the darn thing to cool down. You know what doesn't cool down? Nanners.
Yeah,
Nope.
Nanners-
Needlers
You
don't
only
cool
have a
down.
limited supply. I can
False.
also dual
Needlers
wield
have
needlers.
ammo. They do not need to cool
Got
down.
3.5 minutes.
Yeah, but I get 3 bananas. That's pretty dope.
That's true.
Three,
Or
and I can
or
dual
When I can
wield.
just
double
do nana
dash.
time.
double dash. If you play with Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong, you get the giant banana, which takes up most of the track, which means it is the ultimate stopping force.
Can I get some votes for hashtag nanner time? Come
Oh
on,
yeah,
guys.
gotta love the hashtag
Yeah,
Nanner time.
yeah. The needler is where it's at, bro. Like you get to see the fear in their eyes, and you get to get double kills. Whereas like, oh, I got this thing that I might have to protect myself with it. I might have to use it against myself
Okay.
to lose
But
something.
if you bring the
No, you
needler
have a
into
needler.
Mario, if you bring the needler into Mario Kart, you know what happens?
You miss.
I use a banana to block your needler. Boom.
They don't glide on the ground,
nanners
bro.
win.
The
The nanners
needler does not go on the ground, so it will go over the nanners just
So
like
it's
a
like a
blue
red
shell.
shell.
Except for
So
the
it's toast.
except for the
No,
nanners
the
are the
red
same
shell
size as the
goes-
carts. So
the red
if it goes
shell
over the
goes
banana, it
across-
goes over the cart.
The blue shell goes and homes down. The needler does that too. It goes and it homes in at
Brendan
the people
gets it.
closest. So
And
they
you know what? You get
You're
smoked
right,
with a blue
Brendan.
shell, your nanners go everywhere. They're still useful.
Also,
Usually they're
Lord
used to
Potato
this.
did make the count, or the point, that the Halo rings have the largest kill count out of any weapon in this list.
Brendan makes the most excellent point, though,
cares?
that needlers are almost like Cloak and Dagger. They're almost auto lock on because they bounce off everything and stick into you. If you have
That's
crap
why
aim,
they're such
if
a
you
good
have
weapon.
crap aim, you use a needler,
Yes.
and Anthony
You
knows
need
it,
to
and
be
Anthony
good.
knows it.
That's the best
Joel, are
weapon.
you just abandoning everybody?
I'm abandoning everybody.
That's no points for you. That's
I
He's
gave
not
up.
arguing for anything.
I still arguing for the banana.
I don't know.
You
You just
can't
argued for
decide to
Anthony.
need a-
No, I
If you
argued
went
against
for
Anthony,
inside, you gotta vote for the
I argued
Halo.
against
Come on,
Anthony.
man.
saying that
That
it's
is a
a
stupid
cheap
argument
weapon.
against, because we're not talking about if it's a skill-based thing for you. No, it's the best weapon, and with an auto-lock feature, that means it has a higher hit rate, which means it is better. And you get
Minute
to
and
see
a half.
the fear in others' eyes while it blows up other people, and you destroy.
Not really. Most people
It's
have helmets
beautiful.
on.
You literally can't miss anything in the galaxy with a Halo ring.
Yeah, but there's no fear from the people's eyes.
You can
My
actually
point is,
see the
Dennis,
fear in
if you
people's
can't
eyes when
see
you
the
hit a
fear in
banana
their
in Mario
eyes,
If
Kart.
you want fear from people's eyes, you want a nanner, bro.
It's
Hashtag
true.
nanner
You
time.
want a needler, because
No.
you can get more than one people with it.
Yeah, but most people wear full face helmets when using it against the kneeler, so you really don't see anything.
Aha.
Body language is a thing, bro.
Not really.
Yeah,
they go
I
from
can
this.
use my
They go
body
from this
If
to.
we played Halo right now, and you guys set the Halo
40
rings
seconds.
off, you guys all die. If you set off the needler, Anthony, that's cool. You hit me with the needler, I'll be like, yep, yeah, I'm dead. But if I get with you with a banana, Anthony, I know what your exact reaction is.
I can still win the race, though.
A really good
And
point.
It's
the
devastating.
banana cannot. It's everything is devastating in the game. Everything is
20 seconds.
okay. The needler is a fear factor. People are scared of that thing. Also, have you looked the size of that thing compared to a regular Marine? It's massive. It is
Yeah, that means it's a
terrifying.
lot of work to use it. And you know what? Anything can use a nanner. A baby can use
5,
a banana.
4,
A baby can use a
3.
banana.
You bring
2,
up banana in real life.
1.
It's not great.
I
All right.
on your side.
Closing argument for the banana.
Guys, hashtag nanner time is more than a weapon. It's a movement. It's something that transcends every form of race in Mario Kart. It is a uniting power. Hashtag nanner time just allows for groups to come together and race and attack each other and protect one another and to hold on to those balloons. And when you're doing team races, blue versus red, if you're in first place, you want the bananas. You want 3 in the back because 3 in the back protects that red shell in the chamber. Banner time is union.
All right.
Hey, you hate unions.
All right.
Cameron, do you know what I can say? I spent half of the argument looking for this picture. You guys don't know it, but this picture was this guy tried to friend me on
afraid.
Facebook like 3 years ago. This Iranian guy and Cameron's glasses
Oh my
reminded me, and I found the picture. This is the friend request I got.
Yo, I have the same
From
guy.
this guy, Iranian
So
Cameron.
good.
Oh my.
God, all about that.
I'm gonna throw it in the chat here.
The clip option is not. I don't know why it's not working recently. You have to use the manual button. But anyways, okay, that is the video game weapon argument. You can make all the arguments afterwards. I need to see the words. I vote for blank. Either I vote for the banana, I vote for the needler, I vote for the Halo ring, or the argument thrown out the window, which I know nobody's gonna go for. I vote for
And you know
the
what?
Keyblade.
You're not voting for which one you think should win. You're voting for who you thought
Yeah.
won.
And you're voting for the argument, not the thing itself.
Yeah. I think genocide means the Halo rings.
Probably.
Is it really genocide if everyone's
Yes,
dead, though?
nanner time.
That's one for the nanner.
Let's go.
I'm afraid. Come on, pundit, you're on my
What do we
side.
do
I know
What do we do if there's a tie? Do we have a tiebreaker random argument that nobody's prepped?
Well,
I'm down.
Because if Cameron wins, that's 3 of us with 1 point.
This is true.
Does chat get to pick the
I
argument topic?
I guess it goes to next episode.
We need to hear.
Next time we do this.
No, Brendan.
So that's 2 for the banana. That's 2 for the banana.
Nanners.
That's 2 for the nanners, and I'm not hearing anybody else's input.
I'm never eating a nanner again.
Let's go.
I think Michael won.
Unless anybody else goes in there.
Oh, Mr. Pundit, vote.
You got like 30 seconds.
Who else? We're missing people. Who's not voting? I'm gonna come to everyone's house who didn't vote. I will hunt you down. Where's Ronan? Where is he? Where's his vote?
Where's Ronan? He did say he's been like zoning in and out, and he only came back when he heard genocide. So, hey, you can't ask that question.
Vote for genocide.
No,
Nanners, bro. Nanners.
Needlers.
Vote for the bananas.
Needler's best.
bananas, man.
I do. The pink mist is really satisfying. I will not lie. That's hard for me to argue against.
I'm not arguing against it. I do like it.
It's beautiful. It is the best one.
Yeah, Ronan! He votes for Nanners! Michael wins with the Nanners.
The net one for the Nanners, bro. Nanner time.
Hashtag Nanner time.
That gives me 3 points because I won with the Nitwit argument. Nanner time.
Nanners make me sick.
That's
So that I
right.
can't
Rodin's
vote.
allergic to bananas.
That's unfortunate.
Hashtag
Well,
Nanner time.
Can't say I didn't expect this. So.
To be fair, it was going to be a hard argument against the Halo Ray.
Yeah.
Anthony actually texted me.
I was pretty sure the Nanas were gonna win this one.
I didn't know. Anthony messaged me, and it was what was it? Just like, I'm so toasted, Halo, because Cam's fighting for this.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I love the Needler is so fun. I love the Needler, and then I saw you put down the Halo Ray. I was like, I am so screwed. Same game, shoot.
Yeah. There was no way I wasn't picking it.
Yeah, I was like, so. Yeah.
That means our final score. I'm just typing it up here.
Is
I need to
0.5
see
for
if this
Cam
works.
and his 6 sunglasses.
Oh, it still didn't work. Dang it.
We
I need
have
to make that work.
Cameron and Anthony coming in with 0. Joel getting 1.5 because he dropped and then joined the Nanner team.
Yeah, 1.5.
And Michael for
Potato.
myself for 3 points because I won with the thing and with hashtag Nanner time. Do you know what's funny though? Lord Potato, you sit there and you go, I'll support my fellow Halo nerd. Cameron, do you want to spoil next week's episode for us quick?
Next week, we are just gonna be talking everything Halo. And so, if there are things that you guys want to hear us talk about Halo specifically, let us know in the chat now. Put a comment on the YouTube video or the Instagram video and be like, yo, I want you to talk about the Forerunners and why they were foolish. And guys, I will tell you everything you need to know.
This is gonna be a lot. Let's
It's
sit
true.
back and listen to Cam
Cameron
talk.
owns every book. If you want to sit there and you want somebody who should have an honorary doctorate in the Halo universe, it's Cameron. And if there's enough excitement behind it, maybe there'll be a stream of us all playing Halo together.
Oh, that would be such a
Maybe
good
we'll
idea.
sit down and play some couch Halo. Maybe we'll do it,
It
guys.
still doesn't work,
Um,
Cam.
But
I just saw it.
That's because I'm testing it to try and make it work, but I don't know. I think I might have to reset the stream to make it work.
Joel,
We'll test it at a later date.
Beautiful.
well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out. We
Bye.
will see you next week. And if things go alright, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. But bye. We rolling.
See ya.
Better hope a Halo ring doesn't wake you up in the middle of the night.
It
I-
won't. You'll just die.
Though, do you know what is one of the worst one of the best video game reveals is definitely the flood in that first Halo game.
You're
Dude,
not wrong there.
Because
The
you,
first Halo game, if they can still hear us, right, Joel?
Oh yeah.
Good. For anyone who plays the first Halo game for the first time, you have to play with the old graphics if you're playing the anniversary.
Oh,
It
100%.
captures the feeling
100%.
and like it. I can't even. The words aren't even there to describe how it makes you feel. It's such a beautiful game.
it's one of those games I remember picking it up again during the pandemic and being sick and lockdown. That just made my world that much better. It was so fun. Plus, do you know what else is really good?
What?
Well, you see, in Halo, looking at some of the Elite's armor, there's room for them to take a dump. And I thought that was very practical.
All right, that's
Big brain.
now the time to cut that stream short. Good night, everybody.
You should never let Michael go on at the end.
No,
Never
we
would.
really shouldn't. All right. I dropped the Discord in the chat for anybody who wants to join it. I'm going to revamp it over the next couple days. Good night, everybody, and stay chaotic.
Bye.